Okay, hey guys. So, as far as I know, last time we left off, we had started coding the client version 1 in C++. We had gone over the controller, so essentially the server. We had created the C++ properties configurations, we had disabled error squigglies, and we had put down the tasks, the building tasks. So for the version 1, if you can remember, I had done a bunch of void execute, void print working directory, void hostname, which are essentially the commands. And I started doing that because I got very ahead of myself. So I decided, let me go back to what I was originally going to do with you guys. So starting with client version 1, this is just going to connect to the server to make sure that we have that down. So we have our headers and everything again. So instead of doing the commands, I'm going to do void reverse shell, which is going to handle our reverse connection. Remember this from the last video, possibly if you were paying enough attention, I hope. So it is just the TCP sockets, opening, streaming, and receiving data from an IP protocol TCP address. So then we'll go socket address in, there's the address, and then the address. Finance address is going to be localhost. So if you guys can see, the addr.syn.address and the addr.syn ports are the hard-coded values of the server that we need the client to call back to. So it is important to get these right, but this is just a local route. This wouldn't be something you would use in the real world, as it is just a beginner route. But not the point. So we'll carry on with this. Basically what this line is doing, if the connection for the TCP socket, the IP and the address of what is trying to connect does not work, so essentially it throws an error somewhere in the process of the client connecting to the server. It will shut the client down on the target machine, and it will basically clean up the connections so that it's not just open ports listening for no reason, which is very important. Always do a cleanup when you are working with network protocols and you are finished with them. For example, closing SSH connections. But anyway, so we will do an else statement for that. So if it doesn't throw an error, we want starting servers connected. Let's enter to this input. Once doing that, once we hit enter, it will disconnect the client from the server. And again, this is all we want to do for part 1. Once it has disconnected, we want to close our TCP sock listener. Cleanup of the service. Right up. No problem. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I just had a phone call I had to take real quick. But essentially I've just pulled in the main function, which just declares a window handle, allocates a new console, so command window, finds the previous window handler, either hides or shows it depending on your settings. SW show normal will show a console window for debugging, and SW hide, if you remember that was in video 2, will execute the payload hidden. So because this is just version 1 and we're just trying to see if our connection back to the server works, we're gonna show the window. Now for building this, if we go back to our tasks over here, essentially I'm going to be using this to build it, because if you can see over here I am using code in Kali Linux, but you could just again uncomment it, terminal, and run the build task in order to build it. It's not going to build right now for me because of the way it's set up, but I can just go here. I am essentially going to copy this. I will put in a build script for you. And okay, well, it was built, but let me quickly delete it so you guys can see. Gone. And we can rebuild our client. Done. Now I just need to move the client to my desktop so you guys can see what's happening there. Once that copies across, then I just need to put it back to our demo version 1, and we can execute the controller. 8080. We have our botnet listener running. Then I just want to quickly get this payload for you guys. So essentially here it is. We can execute this. As you can see down here, it has connected back, and it has opened up a window just saying it has connected and everything is good. We can hit enter to disconnect, and that is the end of version 1, guys. So if you remember, in the video previous to this one, I had been going very overboard with coding the client. So I put down a bunch of the commands in the first time, which I did take out this time, as you guys can see. Now, I decided I'm going to take a completely different approach to version 2. So I'm going to develop the server differently, still in Python, but just differently. And I'm going to recreate the client differently with all of its commands. But yeah, you guys will still be able to find in the description a link to a GitHub repo with all of this in it if you want. There's only going to be version 1 for now, and I will add version 2 once we have finished the tutorials. But yeah, I hope you guys have been enjoying this, and this is something that you can get behind. I hope I'm able to educate some of you guys, help you get some exposure. Otherwise, yeah, if there's anything you want to see, please comment at me on YouTube. Drop a message in my Discord server. Otherwise, yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed. I'm Silent, and I'm out.